Okay, welcome to TrueSpace. So in this video, I'm going to explain something very important, and you hear that in the pop culture, something called the Matrix. Okay, the Matrix. You hear this word a lot of time. So what is the Matrix? I think a lot of people, they have their own definition of what Matrix is. And but I came to a probably a different perspective. My perspective on Matrix is, the way I understand is, the Matrix is, if we take the example, I'm going to give you a specific example so that you can understand. If we take the example of COVID-19, okay, COVID-19, all right, COVID-19 is a very devastating disease that killed a lot of people, and unfortunately the government and the healthcare system, they have to change the rules, and they instruct people they have to wear masks. Sometimes they don't want, sometimes they don't wear masks. So even though they're able to come up with the vaccines, in many cases it help. They help. But the problem is, this became a matrix. It became a matrix. Let me explain to you why. Because remember, we were told to wear masks, and it is understandable, especially even though there are questions about whether the mask will really help to to prevent the spread of the diseases. But a lot of people, they still, even though the disease is under control now, okay, we're able to go out, but a lot of people, they are wearing masks when they are, when they are going about by themselves. So that is the definition of matrix, because they are inside the matrix, right? All right. So they are, even though the disease is officially controlled, but these people, they are still living in the matrix. You understand the point I'm making? So it's not necessary to wear masks outdoors, all right? Especially if you're driving by yourself. But these people are programmed to wear masks regardless, and not really understanding why they wear, why they're wearing masks. So this is the principal point of matrix. So these people are living in the matrix because they are not using their mind to break the pattern, the pattern they are told to follow. So that's one example to understand the matrix. The other example is 9/11. Okay, so 9/11 is also an event that really impacted United States. Okay, so supposedly terrorists, bring down the towers, and more than 3,000 people died. And as a result, people now, when they go to the airport, they have to strip themselves. They have to take off their shoes. I don't know. It's very humiliating in some way. Humiliating way of moving to one point to the other, despite the fact that those who are responsible for the attack, despite the fact that the person who was supposed to be in control, or who probably had we still have to really look at the evidence whether that's true or not. But that person is dead. Okay, that person is dead, but it's still, the system is still in place. So we are still living in the matrix. You see how the matrix works? Even though the events is no longer present today, but people, the way they live as if the event is happening on a daily basis. They are programmed to not, instead of deprogramming themselves from the event, They are programmed to just keep it going. They are not changing the behavior. Why are we still requiring people to take off their shoes and all of that? Okay, so we are still living in the matrix. So we are not really. The matrix is basically when something happens and people are not really using their mind to whether or not why they are doing things. Okay, they are just going on autopilot. All right, so I can give many examples. These are two examples that you can understand why a lot of people, they are living in the matrix, despite the fact that the events that cause the matrix are no longer present. They're not able to deprogram themselves. So this is the way I understand the matrix. Okay, there are many other differences people can come up with. So in a couple of points, the matrix is when something happened, an event happened, and the people, as a result, they react to it and they start changing their life drastically, and in response to the events, and then at some point the events is no longer present, is no longer causes a threat, but people are still living, okay, as if the event is already happening on a daily basis. So they are unable to deprogram themselves. So that's what I call the matrix. So if you like the video, make sure you are subscribed. If you have a different perspective, if you have another matrix, an example of a different matrix, you can comment below and I will be able to respond. Thank you for watching.